The CW Twin Cities presents See What's Now, your entertainment news source.
Jon, Allie, hello.
Brian, Tyree, Henry, thank you so much for being with us. Jon Foss here, CW Twin Cities, along with Allie Krings. That's K with the rings on it.
With the rings on it.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, holla.
That's right. So we're talking Atlanta season 2. It's called Robbin season. What are we gonna see?
People getting robbed. You're gonna see. I mean, it's called Robbin season because it's the time of the year where things are a little bit colder, a little bit darker. It's the holiday season, and it's all about eat or be eaten. And I feel like you're gonna see that going on a lot with your heroes this season because Paperboy's gotten a little bigger in the city and gotten a little fresher this season. So he's got to watch his back and make sure he's walking down the street in a completely different way. It's not as safe as it used to be. So that's kind of like what, and also relationships are getting robbed this season as well. Like people are being robbed of their time, robbed of their, friendships. And, I think all of us know a little bit about like what being robbed is in some way. So I think that you see it with all four of us this season especially.
Season 1 was a huge success. What is it like getting to return to Atlanta and getting to return to your character, Alfred?
It was refreshing. I mean, I missed him. I missed Alfred. Like there was a certain kind of vibe of Alfred and a certain kind of boldness that I felt very comfortable in when I got to play him. And then when I was done playing him, I was like, oh, I miss him. I can't really do the same things that Alfred gets to do. But it was good to just be back with everybody. We had been gone for almost, I think, 13 months or so. And it was good to just come back and really try to figure out where our characters were because, being away from them for that long, you could feel like you're a little distance, but it felt right in the place. It felt like being home.
Did you have any experience rapping before the show started? I mean, is that something that was on your radar? Did this come out of nowhere?
You know what? It's such an interesting question because it's like being an actor, I'm just like, I can do anything you want me to do. So it's like, like Shakespeare is in verse. So to me, I was like, it's just like doing poetry. It's just like doing spoken word. It's really rapping is really about the persona and the attitude more than the lyricism. The lyricism is important, but I think it's more about the character. So, especially like him being, the whole thing was to keep him as authentic to Atlanta as possible. I wanted him to be the one, he's the one that's born and raised there. So I wanted to make sure that he really had that down home kind of like, dude from around the corner that everybody knew. And I think I brought it through. I think it worked.
Throughout Alfred's journey or Paperboy's journey, is there any piece of advice that you wish that you could sit down and give your character?
Yeah, choose your friends wisely because everyone wants to be your friend. I mean, this season especially, Alfred's realizing that everybody wants to be put on, so to speak, which is basically like, okay, well, we see you out here living and doing what you got to do. Here, let me slide this mixtape to you. I'm just like, wait, all I did was order wings. Like, why all of a sudden am I getting mixtapes when I didn't ask for them? So it's just about choosing your friends wisely, choosing your community wisely because you never know. You look to your left and your right, somebody's out to get you. When you look to your left, somebody's in your pocket on the right. So you got to make sure that you know your relationships and keep them wholesome and open.
And one thing that you've talked about is kind of in your career, the high of being on the show Atlanta, the success of it. It's been such a great role for you, and you've just done such a great job. But also close to the wrap party of season 1, your mom, who it seemed like you were very close to, passed away.
Yeah.
What was it like going through those highs and lows?
You never know. You got to go through them. It happened. I had the support of my cast, especially my family, and I are incredibly tight and still holding each other down to this day. But you never know what's going to happen. All you can do is make sure that you cherished every single moment and that you said the things that needed to be said. And talk about Robbin season. You learn, you live and you learn. There's no guidebook to tell you exactly how to go through that. You can sit shiver as long as you want to, and it still may not heal you the way you think it will. And all you got to do is continue to honor what that legacy was, and you're going to see a lot more of that this season as well because my character Alfred has lost his mother as well, and I was just like, oh, art imitates life sometimes, I guess. But you just got to constantly be aware and listen to the things around you and listen to the people around you because every day is different. There's nothing guaranteed. And that's how I'm living. That's just how I had to go about it. But support and care, self-care is the most important thing.
Okay, you seem, with self-care, how do you stay on top of all that? You seem like you're the busiest person on the planet. You've got a couple movies coming out. You've done things on Broadway. So how do you stay so busy?
I have a peach stress ball that I carry around, so that helps a lot.
I
I have stress relief
Good to know.
lotion.
Need to
It
get
works.
those.
You know, I mean, like I said, it's community, and like I feel like that is something that's very, very important. You know, I get checked in on all the time by my good friends. You know, Sterling will call me every now and again, and you know, my sisters will call me every now and again, and you know, and staying busy does help, but I just have to make sure I take the time to realize, hey man, slow down, pump the brakes, actually take a minute and check in on yourself, you know? And also to celebrate the things that I've done. Like, I'm really, like, there's nothing greater than being in New York and seeing a cab roll by with this picture on the top of it. And I'm like, oh, right, that's right. That's going on right now. And, you know, I'm doing a play on Broadway right now with some great people, and I'm home. And I just, like, you know, take the time to realize that you worked that hard so you could finally come home to work, you know?
When it comes to film, TV, and theater, do you have a preference on which one you like doing the best?
My preference is good stories. My preference is the great storytelling. So if it happens to be in the venue of a film or on stage, you know, I'm all about it. As long as I feel like I can make that character shine and tell their story in the best way possible, I'm all about it.
With all of your theater experience, have you in the past or will you in the future, do you think, be in the Twin Cities doing theater? Because here in the Twin Cities, it's one of the biggest theater cities in the country.
Yeah, I've heard, I know. I would love to come to the Twin Cities. I've never been. I would absolutely love to be there. Also, it's the place of, like, you know, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Janet Jackson, you know, all of that. So, like, I kind of want to come and see the music scene in the Twin Cities, too.
Prince?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I want to know what's going on. I would love to. I like, shout out to Twin Cities. Believe it. I would love to be there.
All right. Well, Brian, Tyree, Henry, thanks so much for being with us. Twin Cities, make sure you check out Atlanta. Season 2, Robbin season, is airing right now, so check it out. Thanks, Brian.
All right, later.